college football picks, and now I'm going to show the results of the NFL picks. I haven't gotten any sleep yet. I've been up all night because I work at nights, and so before I go to bed, I had to work a 12-hour shift today at 6 p.m. So I had to make sure that I had everything done, all my eggs in one batch, because I got to get some sleep here in a minute. So without further ado, I want to show all the records of how everybody did. And I want to say first and foremost that a lot of people did really good this week. The records were pretty damn good. Let's go ahead and take a look, and then from there I'll do the week 3 picks. Yes, baby, let's go. 111 people in this pick'em league. This is the results of week 2. It's hard to fall asleep. Yeah, I've been up all night, bro. These are the records for just week 2 only. All right. I think last week we had one person go 15-1. We had a couple of 13-3s. I think Noel went 14-2, as you can see right there. I think 14-2 is the best this week so far. We did have some people barely go 500. I don't think the picks were that hard, to go 8-8 or 7-9. There were a couple people who did that. Okay, first and foremost. But like I said, if you went 14-2, 13-3, 12-4, as you can see, 11-5s, man, you fucking crushed it this week, son. Crushed it this week. A lot of good records this week. Most people did pretty good. All right, most people did pretty good. Brandon Rogers, if you're watching, don't forget your Bills-Dolphins pick for Thursday. Because I know you usually pop up in here sometime, into the video. Pretty good records. Okay, so what we do is we do the records each week, and then we combine them. So this is now week 2 when you combine it with week 1 for your for the records, the total record for week 1 and 2. So I went, because in case people are going to ask, I went 11-5 last week. So 11-5, then I went 10-6 in week 1. So it's not too bad. So my record is my record's 19-13. That means I did fucking horrible the week before that. Ouch. So that means I went 8-8 in week 1. Ouch. Never mind, I'm talking too much shit. Running my fucking mouth when I shouldn't be. Hey, Caitlin, how's it going? Long time no see. Glad to see her popping up in my videos once again. Don't worry, I'll be live streaming, vlogging again. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do this shit. Right now, with all the shit going on with the whole, I can't say that guy's name, because if you say RIP or if you talk shit about him, it's going to get pretty bad. So I've been kind of laying low right now on the internet. I'm just going to keep it strictly sports for now. If I may be traveling videos, vlogging, when I'm out doing my hikes. Other than that, I'm gonna be kind of low right now because of everything that's going on the internet. It's kind of getting scary. So I'm just gonna, stay at it. I'm gonna walk that fine line for just a couple of weeks until this thing boils down on the internet, because it's pretty bad. I'm just gonna say that. All right. So here are the records for week 1 and 2 combined, right? So RUA's won in Division 1 at 24-8. Give him a shout out. Division 2, Kyle DeLesto, Miami Dolphins. Okay, you're on top of your division. You're tied with Justin Kelm. Not too bad. Division 3, Thanasis, Noel, tied at 23-9. Okay, I'm liking that. Okay. Seth and Trent are 24-8. Rappel is 25-7. And look at this. Check this out. Duke Bothers is 26-6, crushing his goddamn picks, man. This guy's 26-6 already for the season. So I got to give him a shout out, because I think 26-6 is the best record in the Pick'em League so far. We got 111 people in here. Maybe if you guys are watching, say, hey, how do I join? Well, you can join next year. Michael List, AK, give you a shout out, man. You're on top of your division. Got to give you James Linquist, AK JL103, 25-7. Okay, I see you. We got some real competitive divisions here, man. Patrick, a.k.a. Athletic Dashy. Him and Kim are just neck to neck, 22-10. Usually, Patrick, you're always at the bottom of the division every year. And people have been criticizing your football IQ, but I guess the last 2 years you've kind of upped your game and you stopped picking the Bengals every week. Now you're starting to pick to actually win. So I got to give you credit. I think you finally understood the assignment. You got to get wins, man, and you finally decided to get out of that. Yeah, 26-6 is pretty good. That's the best record. That means if after I show go ahead, Danny Golden, shout out, 49ers fan, 26-6. That's another one. The best records in the league so far. Look at my asses at the goddamn bottom at 19 and 13. Ain't that a bitch? But it's not the worst record, but it's the bottom of my division. Yeah, so you can see there's no favoritism on my part. Plus, I post all my picks. So that means Duke Bothers went 12 and 4. So he went 14 and 2 in week 1. Man, wow, he's killing it. Ain't nothing wrong with starting off early in the season, on a strong note. And like I said, I went 19 and 13. There's some guys that are at the very bottom here, 16 and 16. We do got some people under 500. Carmen at 14 and 18. And I think that's currently, she holds the worst record in the league. That means out of 111, Carmen, you're like dead last at 111. I don't mean to laugh at you, girl, but just you gotta do the math there. The math ain't adding up for your part. Well, let's go ahead and get these picks, man. I'm ready. I am ready to get. Yeah, thank you, Cameron. Thank you for deleting those trolls. In fact, I don't even think that's an actual troll. I think that is a bot. Those are bots, by the way, like AI robots that come in here. Yeah, get that motherfucker up out of here. Anyways, let's get these picks, man. You guys ready for week 3? I'm excited. It's the 21st, and guess what? I'm off on Sunday, so I might be streaming for the Jaguars-Texans game. That's right. I might be streaming if I get up early enough because it is a noon game. I know I work late that night, but if I can get at least maybe 5 hours of sleep or 4.5, 5 hours, I might be able to stream that game. All right, so anyways, let's go ahead and get this show on the road, man. We got to get a little music in here. Let's go. But not loud, but not too not loud. Let's get that Madden 04 soundtrack. Oh, my God. You got to pump me up for these picks. All right. Is that too loud or is that good enough? I'm going to turn down this a little bit. There we go. The NFL version. Okay. Madden 04. Okay. Going to take you back a little bit in that time clock. Falcons at Panthers. No. Dolphins at Bills. Only one person picked the fucking Dolphins out of 111 people. And guess what? That wasn't me. Buffalo Bills are going to fucking kick the living shit out of the Dolphins tomorrow. Are you fucking kidding me? The Tua has no chance. I'm going to go with Buffalo, and they're going to smash the Dolphins. And I'll give you another note. I think Bills might come out of the AFC this year. I don't see any team beating them if they stay healthy. And they play consistent. I think Chiefs are done. I think the Bills are going to run the AFC this year. They're going to represent the AFC. So give me the Bills over the Dolphins. Next one is Falcons at the Panthers. Wow, what a shit fest. But Atlanta did win on Sunday Night Football in Minnesota. I did not see that one coming. And they take their talents to the eastern half of the board to take on the Panthers. And the Panthers, man, their offense looks terrible. Not to mention their defense sucks too. I can't risk picking the Panthers here. I'm going to go ahead and give me the Falcons to go 2-1. Sports Live and ATL is going to like that shit. Green Bay at Cleveland. Wow. It's another snooze fest. The Browns, man, I hate to say this. I think you're done, man. It don't matter. You could push Shedeur Sanders in if you want. And you can put him in there. It's not going to really make a difference, man. That Browns is just a disaster waiting to happen. I think what's his name's getting fired this year, Stefanski, and the Browns are going to start off the season like 0-8 or 0-9. It's going to be pretty bad. Green Bay Packers are on fucking fire. Marcus Parsons is just fucking beast. I like Jordan Love. He's fucking. I mean, he's going to give the Eagles a run for their money. Give me the Packers to defeat the Cleveland Browns, and I think they're going to win big. Texans at Jacksonville. Texans are 0-2. Our offense don't look too bad. We got some holes, though. But, one thing is for certain, we got that 8-game winning streak in Jacksonville. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars offense looks good this year. They're putting points on the board. That does concern me. But, however, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Texans to win and keep that streak going to 9 years in a row. Bengals at the Vikings. Yeah, this is a bad battle of the backup quarterbacks, I heard that Jake Bronner's starting, and then I heard McCarthy's out, and they're going to start Carson Wentz. I didn't even know Carson Wentz was still in the league. But he's still there, surprisingly. I like Jake Bronner. He's actually pretty good. I think they're going to go in Minnesota and get the win. The battle of the backups, Give me the Bengals to go 3-0. Athletic Dashes. Going 3-0. They never scared. That's right, baby. Steelers at Patriots. This one's a tough one. I know I had the Steelers beating Seahawks last week, but surprisingly, Seahawks came in and won. And the Patriots, I had them losing at Miami because they struggled there, but they went in Miami and won. So I was wrong on both of those picks. So who gets the W here? Pittsburgh or Patriots? They say if you get confused, you go with the home team. If you're confused, you go with your gut. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh to go in New England to get the win. First, I'm not just going to play any song until I find the one that I want. Is it this one? I don't like that song. Oh, this one's a good one. All right. Give me Pittsburgh to go in New England. I think Pittsburgh rebounds. They rejuvenate. They get an upset. They go in New England. Get that dub, baby. All right, let's go to the next game. LA Rams travel to Philly to take on the Eagles. Game of the week, game of the year so far. Both teams are 2-0. All right? The Eagles are, in my opinion, probably the best representative to win the Super Bowl again. Masters of the tush push. They got their run game on point, receivers on point, quarterback on point. Can they stay healthy enough? They're going to take on the LA Rams team who kicked the living shit out of us in week 1 and then proceeded to beat the Titans in week 2. But they're not playing the AFC South. They're going up against a really good NFC East team, possibly the best team in the NFL. Now, last time these two met in the playoffs, they actually was a pretty good game, went down to the wire. I expect it to be a little close. The Rams look good. But I think the Eagles are slightly better, and I think the Eagles are at home. They put up a good home stance. They win this game. Close game, but they win 26-19. Give me fly, Eagles, fly. New York Jets at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is another one of those sleeper teams. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Irvin running the football. Man, this Buccaneers team is exciting to watch. They just beat my team on Monday Night Football, and they look pretty good, and they got a pretty good defense, too. New York Jets, Justin Fields, didn't he get hurt? Who started for them? Doesn't matter. Bucks kicked the living shit out of the Jets. Give me the Bucks, and the Bucks win big. Tampa Bay going 3-0. Indianapolis heads to Tennessee to take on the Titans Hards. The Colts Hards, the Titans Hards. Which retard wins this game? Which retard wins this game? It's going to be the question. Well, I'll tell you what. Danny Dimes looks pretty good for the Indianapolis Colts. And the Tennessee Titans with Cam Ward looks god-awful. Little shades of gray. They got a little run game. Ward's got a nice arm when he throws at Calvin Ridley Jr. But other than that, the Titans look like a hot mess. Indianapolis is going 3-0, and they're dancing with Danny Dimes. Give me the Indianapolis Colts, man. They look damn good. Maybe even the AFC South winners this year. Surprisingly, out of the blues. Raiders at Commanders. I heard that Marcus Mariota is the starting quarterback. And hey, Marcus Mariota is still in the league. I didn't even know that. You know, you got 6 injured quarterbacks this week. Wow. 6 injured starting quarterbacks this week. And Geno Smith is out. So Marcus Mariota is going on to Washington. I know Washington lost last week, but I don't think they're going to lose to the Raiders. I think Washington rebounds. They gain it back. They're going to whoop the living shit out of the Raiders. Raiders, they don't really have much of an offense at all. Looks terrible. I know they beat the Patriots, but they beat the Patriots. You know, rebuilding Patriots team. Give me the Commanders. Denver at the Chargers. Bo Nix is traveling to the LA Chargers, who's an up-and-coming surge team. You know, I like the fact they brought Keenan Allen back to Chargers, and I like how they signed Najee Harris. Those are good picks. They still got Kroenke. He's pretty good. Yeah, they lost Joshua Palmer. But, man, they got a good squad. I like this Chargers team, and I like the Broncos, too. Don't get it twisted. Broncos played their asses off in that last game. They played their asses off. And you know what? It went down to the wire against the Colts. It went down to the wire. That was a damn good game. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Chargers at home. We go with the Chargers. Give me the LA Chargers. A close game. Man, I'm fucking pumped up for this video already, man. I got that Madden 04 soundtrack on. So stop with your bad self. All right, next game. New Orleans Saints at Seattle. Hey, Saints fans, I'm sorry, man. Derek Carr retired on you, and you got that redhead stepchild starting, that midget fuck from Oklahoma. What's his name? What's that motherfucker's name? Spencer Rattler? Oh, that's one ugly, ugly little rat bastard right there y'all got. That guy's a midget. You were better off leaving Tatum at quarterback right there. That's just my opinion. That kid, I don't know how he's in the league. He is goddamn awful. Terrible, 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 terrible. As long as he's on your starting quarterback roster, you ain't winning no games. Seattle just came off that dub against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they looking for some fire with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold looking bad. He looking bad out in that field, and I mean bad as in good. So give me the Seahawks to pounce on them damn Saints, man, and kick the living shit out of the Saints. Sorry, I mean Saints answer is not the running back. They need a quarterback. They got a defense, but they need a quarterback. Got to put points in this league. Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? They look good against the Giants. That Giants-Cowboys game was damn good. I actually went back and watched the entire game. Cowboys at the Bears. Now, some people are saying this is a trap game. I've been watching ESPN about this, about Caleb Williams, the guy that paints his fingernails and walks around a purse. You know, yeah, it's not my part to judge the man what he does off the field, but on the field he looks terrible. I mean, that's shades of gray. At moments he looks good, and when he looks bad, oh my God, he looks bad. The Bears look like they got that ass whooped by the Lions last week, 52-21. Jesus Christ, Lord have mercy. Is Bajent coming in to start? Them boys look good, man, this year. They look a little fired up, and Dak Prescott looks like he's fired up. Go ahead and give me Dallas to go in Chicago. I don't see this being a trap game. I think Dallas goes in and secures the win. The Bears are in panic mode, and they're going to hit that panic button a little bit more after this game. Judah Tribe, don't go too crazy on me, all right? Don't go too crazy on me, my guy. Arizona at San Francisco. Now, I like Mac Jones. Don't get me wrong. I don't know why he didn't succeed in New England. He did bring them to the playoffs 1 year, to be fair. He did go to the wild card, and they lost to the Bills. But, I mean, respectively, Mac Jones is not a bad quarterback. He's not. He's found his niche. He fouled under Kyle Shanahan, all right? The Arizona Cardinals look good with Kyler Murray. Arizona surprisingly looking good. Those guys are some road warriors, and historically, Arizona plays good in San Francisco. Yes. This game's going to go back and forth. Don't get it twisted. I have a hunch that the road warrior, the Arizona Cardinals, come out and get the dub in San Francisco. I'm calling it now. That's my upset of the week. Give me Arizona to go 3-0. And Cattle Dog, if you're watching, your Arizona Cardinals are about to go 3-0, and you about to go dancing. All right, dancing. I was so pumped up with this goddamn song. Let me go ahead and give me another one. Come on. Give me something good. Hold on. It's not the one I wanted. All right. Maybe I should have played this one first. What's the game is next? Let's go. Chiefs at the Giants. So this is Sunday Night Football, really? These two are a Sunday Night Football game, bro? The Chiefs and the Giants. Huh. You know, I would say the Chiefs should win in an easy game, but Chiefs don't look that good this year. They look terrible on defense. Their defensive line looks bad. Receivers aren't making catches. They got receivers that are hurt right now. I don't know, man. It's Patrick Mahomes. Maybe that large contract that he has is sort of affecting the rest of the ability to sign players. Maybe letting go of Tyreek Hill wasn't such a good idea. Maybe Travis Kelce needs to go in retirement. Maybe he needs to retire already. And the Giants, you know, even though I know we like to laugh at Giants fans, and I know that Bad Dog and Vic DeVito make some of the best epic rants in regards to Giants losses. So you want to be that fly on the wall when they lose. just to watch them dance, and it's a little entertainment value if you guys aren't watching them. They're some of the best, not only giant video makers, but they're some of the best content makers on YouTube. I'm telling you this right now in terms of sports content. They deliver good shit. You know what I'm saying? And, Giants, to be fair, they did play a good game last week against the Cowboys. Russell Wilson threw for 450 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Didn't they ever tell you Russell Wilson, he kind of looks like Jesse Smollett? Kind of a little bit. Is that his cousin? I don't know. But anyways, the Chiefs, they look good against Chargers week 1, but last week against the Eagles, they look bad, even though the score didn't indicate that to be. The Giants are 0-2 for like the 8th straight year. That's just insane, man. That's crazy. The Chiefs, I think, are 0-2 first time ever under Patrick Mahomes. I mean, somebody fact check me there. I think I'm correct on that. Well, I mean, Giants are at home. Don't get me wrong. And I think Russell Wilson is a good quarterback. I think he showed last week that he is capable of putting stats on the board. But the question is going to be is, can they get a W? Can they get a higher score than the Chiefs? The Chiefs look terrible. They look old. They look suspect. I'm going to go ahead and say, I did pick the Chiefs on my paper here. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Chiefs. But my gut is telling me the Giants win this game. But I'm going to go ahead and stick with my original pick. I'm still going to play it safe. Kansas City goes into Giants and win 26-23. It'll be like 27-24. It'll be a close game. Next one is Monday Night Football. It's the Omeka. It's the Lions at the Ravens. This is going to be a very good offensive game. I think both offenses light the scoreboard up. I think that you're looking at a game somewhere in between the 30s, possibly the 40s. It wouldn't surprise me. I think it could go in at least the mid-30s. The Lions got a really good offense, and so do the Ravens. Lamar Jackson is a freaking beast, dude. And I just got to say, if Derrick Henry didn't fumble the ball against the Bills, you could be looking at a 2-0 Ravens team right now. I know that Ravens get a little bit of that, what do they call it, that scrutiny for choking in big games. I mean, I guess they deserve it. They were up 40-25 against Buffalo last week with 5 minutes left. They should have won that game. And Ravens dominated the whole entire game, except for the very end when it mattered the most, unfortunately. Detroit Lions, they didn't look too good against Green Bay last week, but they now subsurged, and they beat the living shit out of the Bears. Now, does that mean they're just better than the Bears? Or are they capable of replicating a 52-point performance? I don't think that'll be the case against the Ravens, but I have a funny feeling they both are in the 30s. I think you're looking at like a 38-35 game. I think it comes down to a last-minute game-winning field goal. Is Justin Tucker still in the league? Or has he got that Deshaun Watson moment in him, that sexual Watson moment in him? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that the Ravens get the edge 38-35. I think it's going to be like a game-winning field goal, something like that. And I got the Ravens to win. So these are my picks for all the games. Oh, and by the way, we're doing an NBA Pick'em League starting October 31st for the in-league tournament only. So we'll add a couple more days to it to make it a nice little 100-game season of picks. We'll do a playoffs, and there'll be a champion by December the 12th. I got 56 people, surprisingly, that are going to do the NBA Pick'em League, which is almost double than what I had last. I think last year I had about 42. This year I might push it to 60. That's a lot for an NBA Pick'em League, especially a short 120-game season plus 3 or 4 rounds of playoffs and having a champion by December 12th when they do the finale for the in-league tournament cup. So it's my 3rd season doing that due to the fact that it's only been 3 years of the cup. So, and then we're going to do soccer next year for the World Cup. My first time ever doing a soccer pick'em league for the World Cup, because they only have it once every 4 years anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to get that started. Then I'm going to do the NBA second go around in March for the NBA Championship one, which will be a separate tournament than than the one we're doing in October 31st. So we're basically crowning 2 NBA champions, one for the in-league tournament and one for the NBA champions. So we have 2 different tournaments just for that. And then, next year we'll start up football again, college football. We'll do NFL like we're doing now, and then we're going to do baseball in August. You know how that is, man. I got like 8 or 9 different types of pick'em leagues for different sports. So people were asking me, "Are you going to do WNBA?" I'm like, I don't know, man. I mean, if they had more teams, maybe they got 13. If they may have maybe a 20 teams or something, there was like a decent amount of games, then I could say, okay, maybe I could do like a small sample size of the ladies. I might flirt with it in the future, but as of right now, nah, not really. It's nothing personal. I like the Caitlin Clarks. I like the Sabrina from the Liberty. I like the what's her name, the Sophie, whatever from in the Lexi Hall from the Indiana Fever. There's some decent women that are in the league that I do like. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't really have any intentions of doing WNBA picks. If there were more teams, maybe I would consider it. And it'd be a small sample size, 100 pick season, something like that. Man, maybe in the future, if I'm still alive, knowing my luck, I'll probably still be alive in the future. Yeah. So yeah, until then, we'll do the NBA Pick'em League starts October 31st. So if you want to sign up, free to join. And I have a Facebook group page where I post all the results of that. The only tournament I do a video visual for is the NFL Pick'em League, and that's because I have over 111 people in there, so it only makes sense to do that. The other leagues, they're like below 50, below 60. So I just post whatever on Facebook. If you see it, you see it. That's sort of how it is. But yeah, anyways, my picks, I'm just going to go over them again. I'm not going to explain anything. I got Bills over the Dolphins for Thursday. No brainer. Falcons to go in Carolina and win. I got Packers to storm, just the curb stomp the Browns. Texans to get their 9th straight win in Jacksonville. I got Cincinnati to Jake Bronner to go into Minnesota and beat Carson Wentz. Pittsburgh going to New England. I'm stuck on that pick, but I mean, I'm kind of like going back and forth in my mind, but I'm going to stick with Pittsburgh. Eagles, game of the year so far to defeat the LA Rams. Think it's going to be a close one. Tampa Bay is going to smash the Jets. Colts are going to smash the Titans. Washington to smash the Raiders. Chargers to beat the Broncos, probably the last game winning drive. I got Seahawks to curb stomp the Saints. The Cowboys to curb stomp the Bears. I got the Cardinals in an upset over them Niners. That's right. I got Chiefs to win in MetLife Stadium and get the win. And then last but not least, I see the second best game of the week, and it's going to go to the Ravens. Final score 38-35. And those are, he said, I never bet my hard-earned money on the WNBA. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, probably for a pick'em league, maybe. But I don't think I'm interested in really doing WNBA picks at this point. There's only 13 teams, so you only get like 4 games a day. I looked at the schedule and I'm like, that'd be a waste of my time. I'm like, then you would have to pick the whole season. I'm not doing picks for the whole WNBA. Oh, hell no. No, thank you. I got baseball going on right now. We're going in round 3 of the playoffs tomorrow. And, yeah. So I'm like, nah, I got baseball. I'm doing basketball. I'm doing NFL, and I'm doing college football picks. Hell no. And then I want to do WNBA. Nah, that's too much on my plate. Maybe in the future I may do WNBA, but it would have to be on certain circumstances. But I am going to do the World Cup picks for next year because they're going to expand it to 48 teams, and then they are going to expand the knockout stage, which is the playoffs, from 16 to 32. So I thought that was a pretty cool. It's actually going to add about 100 and something games to the soccer league. So I said, you know what, maybe I could do a pick'em league for that in the summer just to keep us busy in June. Basketball will be over with, and I won't be doing any pick'ems for a couple of months until baseball picks up in August. And yeah, so that's we'll do soccer in June. That'll be right as basketball season ends for our pick'ems. So yeah. But anyways, these are some good games this week. Good games. So I went ahead and gave my week 3 picks. I thought I gave a little bit of energy in this. Oh yeah, by the way, I heard Stephen King wrote that movie, The Long Walk. I've been wanting to see that movie about them kids that are walking on the road, and if you get behind, you get killed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big Stephen King fan. Been a big fan of his books, big fan of his movies. I'm like, you know what? I might actually consider going to the movies to go watch that this Friday. So, all right. Well, these are my picks. You guys take care. I'm going to bed because I stayed up all night. I work nights. I got to get sleep, so I got to go work at 6 p.m. Take care. These are my picks.